It looks like a legend and an out-of-work bum look a lot alike, Daddy. Sorry, I woke up this morning quoting movies. Name that tune. Anyone who knows me knows something's afoot because that hood ain't black and that's not a walking floor. So I had this issue there at the house where I had to get home a little more often. So I'm temporarily running for this guy. Very, very similar to running for Skip. Old school, rebel, just run it. He even gave me a paper log because we couldn't sync the ELD. So I'm like, paper? Psh, I'm on it. So this particular guy, back and forth to Arizona, San Diego loop. So I get by the house every day, if not every other day. But what I got is time to kill. I didn't know Home Depot was a stickler for appointments. I wanted to make a quick video and just pass on some good information. All these old schools guys, you know, they're retiring, they're taking off, and you know, a lot of fresh drivers out there that I just want to get that information passed on before it's all gone. No one knows about it. My mom raised a pretty humble guy, and I read a book by Brian Tracy. It's called Speak to Win. He said, if I'm going to pass on information, I'm going to look like the expert. Well, you got to establish credibility. So it's not about me. It's about passing on safety and information. But I was a deputy. I went to the CHP DOT school up in Sacramento, and then I came down to Banning Scales and did some OJT. Both my parents were truck drivers. My uncle was a truck driver, essentially, which made me have Olympic genetics for driving trucks. I've been around it my entire life. I don't know why I ever went to law enforcement. But anyway, I'm semi-retired now, but a lot of guys, you gotta consider your source, the internaut, as I like to call it. You know, they're trying to pass on some information and all, and I know this old school guy. When I say old school, he's been running reefers for over 40 years, but he never knew how to do a self-check on the unit. You know, well, my mom ran reefers, so I knew that from a long time ago. But so a lot of these flatbed guys, you know, I'll tell you the purpose of this video here, and they're all going to say that they knew it when I post the video. But I'm telling you, when I did OJT and I was stopping, you know, drivers, the majority of them really didn't have a full grasp, you know, on things that kept them out of trouble. So I'd like to talk about these strappings, these webbings, straps, whatever. Everyone knows general information. You have to secure 50% of the weight of your bundle, stack, pallet, whatever, with the exception of the front set of pallets. You have to have a penalty strap on it because there's nothing stopping the forward motion. No bulkhead. I didn't build a header board. So let's just say, for example, you have just a single 1,000-pound bundle, pallet, whatever. If you had a strap, 4-inch standard strap, the working load limit of 5,400 pounds, and the strap was down at 90 degrees, you get 100% of the working load limit. So the downward force, the book calls it clamping force, downward clamping force, you get 100% of the 5,400. If you brought the strap out to 60 degrees, you get 85%, which is 4,590 pounds. If you brought it out to 45 degrees, you get 70%, which is 3,780 pounds. If you brought it out to 30 degrees, now you're getting real extreme. You only get 50%, which is 2,700 pounds. If you brought it out to 30 degrees, which is almost getting like the airplane wings, you're down at 2,700 pounds working load limit. So essentially, the further you're going to pull that strap out, the less and less working load limit you have. So if this was 1,000 pounds, 85%, you can only secure 850 pounds, 70%, 700 pounds, 50%, 500, 25, 250 pounds. So this real world example here, now this particular trailer, there's all your working load limits right there. So your stake pockets, your spools, your rub rail, those are all 5,400 in conjunction, with the 5,400 pound straps. So in the real world, I'd have to look at the bill of lading, but let's just say this is 4,000, 4,000, 8,000 pounds. And let's just say I'm right at 60 degrees. So 60 degrees at 85% is, I have 4,590 pounds of working load limit now on this strap, not 5,400. So one strap is good to go. It covers my 50%, 4,000 pounds. However, no header board, nothing stopping the forward motion. So the penalty strap is on. So this single strap, 8,000 pounds. I only need to secure 50%, which is 4,000, because I have, this stack, which is gonna, prevent the forward movement. So it's 60 degrees roughly. I have to secure 4,000. I'm gonna get 85%, which is 4,590. Same thing with this one. Now, if you come to the rear, I'm a big fan of friction mats, and this guy doesn't have it. I might have to run out and get some of my own. So again, to the rear, if we're looking at 8,000, 16, 24,000. Again, I didn't build a header board. You just stack up some 4x4s, chain them down. So there's nothing to stop the forward motion. So again, penalty strap. So that is required. You can't just have one in the back if there's nothing stopping the forward motion. Now these two in the rear, good to go, 8,000. Actually, if you look at the angle of these straps, I'd say they're a little less than 60. And I'd say these are definitely greater than 60. So I'm gonna have a higher working load limit than 4,600 on these. So a lot of guys, safety, extra precaution, extra securement, which everyone's a fan of, will throw two straps on the end. Now legally, again, it's 50%. I'm completely, thoroughly comfortable throwing on, one strap. And partly is because I'm an extremely conservative driver, especially running flatbed. I'm not the guy out there running 75, going in and out of traffic and slamming on my brakes and hitting my high beams and blowing my air horn and giving the middle finger to everybody. So when you look at it, the angles, like, because I've been around trucks my entire life, I really, really geeked out on this stuff when I was doing DOT type stuff. The average guy, I don't think he's gonna get that nitpicky. When I say average guy, the cops, I don't think they're that nitpicky. They probably don't even have, or they probably forgot, stuff like that. But when you're considering the safety of the motoring public, yeah, absolutely. You feel better throwing a second one on that last pallet, throwing a second one on that last pallet. More power to you. So I have one more trivia question, and anyone who can get it, leave it in the comments. That'll tell me your level of how cool for school you are. Your next video is going to be about pneumatics. I keep seeing, again, you have to consider your source. I keep seeing these drivers that have scratched the surface and they're passing on some weird information. I saw this one video where some pneumatic driver wasn't even like using the proper nomenclature for pneumatics and all that other good stuff. But I thought that I'd pass that along, make everyone safer. I hope this information gets out, and hopefully it saves your butt someday, because some little DOT geek like me is gonna know his stuff one day. I'm not gonna be with this guy very long, so I just thought I'd share it. I'm actually waiting on the job of my life coming up September 1st. I don't know why I need it. I'm already twice semi-retired, but my brain, I'm stuck on dumb, man. Like, this stuff is a disease. It gets in your blood and you're sick. Someone told me if you want to get out of trucking, you literally have to cut your license in half. And I just can't do that. Trivia time. Stand by. All right. If you know the answer to this question, leave it in the comments. And I guarantee once the first person get it, then everyone else is going to comment and act like they knew it. So, if this button was blue, what does that mean? Yeah, come on. Man, I got to get trucking out of my blood. It's just crazy when you'd rather do this than go on vacation. Something's wrong with that. Yeah, come back.